In a continent often portrayed as perpetually reliant on aid, Ethiopia is rewriting the script. Ethiopia is leading a new era of food self-sufficiency in Africa, challenging the narrative of aid dependency. Over the past 6 years, bold government policies have boosted agricultural productivity and laid the groundwork for long-term self-reliance. With strategic programs aimed at ending hunger and driving economic growth, Ethiopia's shift toward food sovereignty is gaining global attention and proving skeptics wrong. Once a major wheat importer, Ethiopia has become Africa's top wheat producer and a net exporter for the first time, thanks to large-scale dry season irrigation projects led by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. This achievement has earned international recognition, including from the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization, for making wheat production key to national food self-sufficiency. Through the expansion of irrigated farming and the adoption of modern farming techniques, the country has significantly increased its wheat yield and marketable surplus. The initiative increased Ethiopia's annual wheat production to 231 million quintals. The country has now significantly enhanced its self-reliance in wheat production thanks to the national efforts being carried out. In addition to completely substituting wheat import, this program reinforces food and nutrition security and demonstrates Ethiopia's tenacity in tackling global agricultural challenges. In his recent wide-ranging televised interview, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed himself confirmed that Ethiopia has overtaken the status of the largest wheat-producing country in Africa, tripling Egypt's output.
ኢትዮጵያ በአፍሪካ አንደኛዋ ስንዴ አምራች ብቻ ሳትሆን ሁለተኛ አምራች ከሆነችው ግብጽ 3 እጥፍ ትበልጣለች።
This achievement, while met with some skepticism, stands as a testament to the nation's strategic agricultural policies and commitment to economic development. Prominent global figures like Bill Gates and the former president of the African Development Bank, Akinwumi Adesina, have praised Ethiopia's impressive agricultural progress, especially its wheat productivity, calling it a model for sustainable development in Africa.
Congratulations to Ethiopia and his Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. Great success in the sector of food security. You need the UN, we share the common goal, zero hunger. And that is really great progress the last few years in Ethiopia. For example, doubled the yield in the sector of wheat. Ethiopia becomes an exporter, and we support Ethiopia on his way to self-sufficiency. Ethiopia shows it is possible with investment in agriculture, with a strong leadership from Abiy Ahmed to reach zero hunger and food security for the people. So Ethiopia becomes something like a model for African countries and for the whole world.
One of our top flagship initiatives is called Technologies for African Agricultural Transformation. In other words, it's called TAAT. It has delivered climate-smart agricultural technologies for over 13 million farmers. And one of the ones is in Ethiopia. And when I spoke with Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Abiy at the time, I told him that we got the technologies that can allow Ethiopia to become entirely self-sufficient in wheat. And it's called heat-tolerant wheat varieties. We gave it to them, 65,000 metric tons we gave to them. So when I say 65,000 metric tons of seed, they started and they grew it on 5,000 hectares in 2018. Last year, they grew it on 2.2 million hectares. In less than 4 years, Ethiopia became 100% self-sufficient in wheat. That's a record.
Ethiopia is now actually exporting a lot of things it used to simply import. There's been huge developments on things like wheat and rice, vegetables, fruits. There's a revolution taking place, and it's really, really fascinating to see.
Last year, FAO honored Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed not merely for national efforts toward food self-sufficiency, but as a powerful international recognition of his leadership in advancing food security through resilience and sustainable development. This was also lauded by FAO's Director General Q Dong-yin, describing it what makes this success special is it comes in the middle of national, regional and global challenges. One of the key drivers of Ethiopia's food sovereignty transformation endeavors is the Green Legacy Initiative, an ambitious environmental campaign launched by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed in 2019. With a vision to plant billions of trees across the country, the initiative aims not only to combat deforestation and climate change, but also to support sustainable agriculture and rural livelihoods. To date, Ethiopia has planted over 40 billion seedlings, many of which are fruit-bearing species such as avocado, mango, and papaya. This strategic focus on edible trees enhances food security, improves nutrition, and generates income for farming communities. The Green Legacy Initiative is therefore more than just a project. It is helping to revolutionize Ethiopia by turning its arid regions into breadbaskets and changing the narrative from one of fragility to one of self-sufficiency and resilience. All things considered, Ethiopia is transforming its grim past of being portrayed as a nation afflicted by drought and other calamities into one that is growing economically. Another national successful initiative that is worth mentioning is Bounty of the Basket, Yelimat Trufat, which aims to increase food production and guarantee food security at the household and national levels, increasing productivity in fish, dairy, eggs, chicken and honey. When the program was launched, the number of animals bred in the country was around 500,000 annually. Today, the nation's artificial insemination efforts have expanded significantly, reaching 3.8 million. The output of milk, chicken and honey has seen a significant rise, enhancing the family meal basket. Additionally, honey production has jumped from 128,000 tons to 272,000 tons. Under Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's leadership, Ethiopia is advancing food self-sufficiency while supporting Africa's broader push for self-reliance. Through resilience, reduced dependency, and sustainable growth, it has become a model for agricultural transformation. By boosting domestic production and embracing innovation, Ethiopia not only protects itself from global shocks, but also demonstrates that Africa can achieve food security and a prosperous future. Ethiopia has significantly improved its emergency response capacity by expanding its strategic food reserve and aims to reduce aid dependency through stronger internal humanitarian capabilities. The country is pursuing not just food security, but food sovereignty, recognizing its importance amid global power dynamics where food is often used as a tool of control.